What's going on, my Facebook family? All my friends out there. This is going to be a very quick one today. I have a lot going on. But being back in the boroughs, being back in New York City, one of the cool things that I like when you go to a pizzeria, and I'm not talking a fancy Italian restaurant or going out to some high-end place. I'm talking to New York City, grab a slice, they have the salad. What do you get with the salad? You get the little shaker bottle, and it's just a half red wine vinegar oil. You put your finger over it, you give it a shake. Now it's COVID, so you put a napkin, and then you put your finger over it, and then you give it a shake. But it's super simple. There's generally a couple of little herbs and spices in there, but it's kind of a staple at a New York City pizzeria when you're getting either a salad or a salad slice. You know, the house salad, that's what they do. They put the bottle of the dressing out on the table, or most places, well, I won't say most places, a lot of places just have the counter service. So you're sitting at the pizza counter along where the kitchen is. It's an open kitchen. You have your slice, you get the little house salad, and they give you the shaker. You shake it up, and you put it on. What's in it? The little pepperoncini is my favorite. Those are the little pickled green guys. Got a little bit of a kick to them. Red onion, cheese, and iceberg lettuce. I mean, that's your simplified Italian pizzeria, New York City house salad. I don't know. Super simple, but I absolutely love it. So I went out and I found this, albeit it's plastic and not glass, but it's the same concept. You don't really need a squeeze bottle. You're not really squeezing it, you're shaking it. But you know, the ones that you'll see at the restaurants are they are glass. But we're going to build in this right now, and we're going to go from there. I have one little secret ingredient that I like to use, and it simplifies all of this. Like I said, this is going to be quick and easy today, quick and easy. I mean, the base, obviously, oil and vinegar. I use red wine vinegar. Sorry about the glare, I can see that. This is not extra virgin olive oil, but it's what I have at the house right now. Believe it or not, a lot of these recipes just call for vegetable or canola oil. Which I don't like to use because I'm not emulsifying this. If you're using an emulsifier like, let's say, mustard, where it retains its creaminess, or mayonnaise, the canola oil, they're good. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm not using an emulsifier. This is going to separate as it sits in the bottle. So I prefer the taste of the olive oil better. You can use an extra virgin. If I had it here, I would be using an extra virgin olive oil. But we got the olive oil and we got some red wine vinegar. Ratios. There is a lot on the interwebs about the ratios of oil to vinegar. Mostly olive oil heavy or oil heavy. I'm going to do about a half today. You know, if it's a little higher on the oil, so be it. But I love the vinegar taste, and I want to leave room at the top of this guy, so when I'm ready to use it, give it a good shake and it can go right on the salad. So what are my dry ingredients that are going in here? Black pepper, because black pepper. Let's see how this works. I don't even have my grinder where I am right now. So, ooh, I will say this smells darn fresh. I'm so bad with measurements. Heavy teaspoon, half tablespoon, not a ton. You don't want to kill the dressing. You're going to have seasoning in the salad as well. Sea salt. Done. This is what I like to do. This is my little cheat. This is poultry seasoning. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Jesus, that glare is horrific, so you probably can't see it. Good old poultry seasoning. I do like the Bell's poultry seasoning. I couldn't get it where I am right now, but that's what I do have normally. What's cool about the poultry seasoning is it's ground to almost a powder. So you get the rosemary, the sage, you get the whole Simon and Garfunkel herbs and everything else. but it's to almost a powder. So when you're shaking it up in the salad dressing, it becomes a little more incorporated. Now I love the taste of oregano. There is oregano in this. I did check the ingredient list before I picked this up. And you can go straight oregano. I've done that. It's absolutely delicious. But right now we're going to do salt, pepper. We're going to do the poultry seasoning. For lack of equipment, I'm building in a paper cup at the moment. So let's get some of the poultry seasoning in there, because that's going to be our herbs. And again, that's probably a tablespoon. That's going to be the herb flavor, and everything else is just going to be oil and vinegar. Well, there's one other thing. Don't yell at me. I bought a thing of prepared garlic paste. So be it. So first thing I'm going to do. All right. Still working with the Benchmade. I don't have utilities here. I'd say teaspoon, tablespoon, but we're gonna go 1.5 knife blades down. Make sure I rinse that before I put it back in my pocket, because my pants would be smelling like garlic. I don't know if that's a bad thing, actually. That's probably a good thing. Anyway. Just to make it easier to get everything in here, I dumped it into a little paper cup that I have. So that's nothing but salt, pepper, and the poultry seasoning. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to give the paper cup a squeeze, and down we go. And I'm going to call it there. We got a nice layer on the bottom, got a little left. I probably overdid it a little, but that's okay. It won't go to waste. Garlic capped up, and we put this in the fridge. Now what's left? Oil and vinegar. Let's crack the olive oil. Done. Over the sink, because I make a mess. Now I'm eyeballing all of this. I really didn't measure anything out. I mean, shit, I put the garlic in with the tip of my pocket knife, so. Olive oil. And my red wine vinegar. If you saw, I did the Italian Hero vid the other day. The reason I wound up going out and buying this is because the other half needed a little more vinegar. If you watched the video, you heard me say it needed a little more acid. Here we go. So now I have red wine vinegar in the house. There's no pouring cap on this, so I gotta be careful. Pardon me. In. My threads are clean on here. Little garlic. Not bad. I tried it when I opened it, the garlic. I never buy jarred garlic, ever. I have a top secret garlic allocation spot in upstate New York that I get my garlic from. So I try not to ever, I haven't had to buy store-bought garlic in a while. But this is quick, easy. It was right here. It's from the market around the corner where I am right now. And my towels that are here right now are actually too small to throw over my shoulder. Everybody knows I like to cook with a towel over my shoulder. All right, let's get this lid on. Nice and tight. All right, it fits well. That's cool. And this is exactly what I was looking for. Is that not exactly what's out on the counter when you go to the pizzeria? Oil, vinegar, all the little spices floating around in there. Let me give it a good shake, because there's still stuff that didn't mix in. There you go. And that's, I know the sun's coming through my window, the camera's by my window. That's it, all mixed up. It's a nice, deep almost herbal green color, like a deep sage. Oh, the sun just went in, so maybe you could get a better look now. And this will settle. There's no emulsifier in there, so this will settle back down, and this will actually separate as it sits. But that's it. That's my little concoction for your New York City style pizzeria dressing. So I got stuff to do. Always a pleasure, guys. Talk to you soon. Ciao.